NBA.com.
Oh, yo, hey, come here, man. You gotta look at the in-house stuff. Man, that's just the box scores. Teams got high-speed cameras all around the arenas and the practice gym. Hey, tell this dude.
Hi, I'm Aaron.
This is the stats kid. Stats kid.
That's cool, too.
So how my rookie doing, man?
Hey, man, nice to meet you. I'm DJ.
He's actually doing really well. Your per possession stats, there's like 96 possessions with an average game. If you extrapolate those numbers based on...
DJ, don't you listen to this man. He's full of bird seeds. You just keep your head in the game, okay?
Got it, coach.
Stats and possessions.
If you extrapolate those numbers based on the amount of possessions you play versus the raw totals.
The raw total? What about the cook totals? I don't understand.
If you extrapolate, your per possession stats project you as a starter.
See? That's my rook, boy.
Hey, man, I like the way you talking, man. Keep talking to me like that, bruh.
Of course. If you need anything else, let me know.
All right, bro.
Numbers related, of course.
I like you, man. I like that dude.
Hey, he's a commodity around here, man, so use him wisely.
I'm gonna use him every day.
This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas, as the Rockets take it to the hardwood. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke. Assisted with a big group substitution here. DJ is checked in for Capella. Nene comes in for Ryan Anderson. PJ Tucker, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Wells is subbed in for Paul. Then for the Mavericks, Nerlens Noel checks in for Measury. Yogi Ferrell comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Smith. On the floor for Dallas, Barnes at the 3 with Dirk at the 4. Ferrell is out there with J.J. Barea, and it's Noel in at the 5. There's a good screen. Barea against Harden. Wells wide open. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Kicks it to Barnes. There's the 3. The shot, no good. Harrison Barnes getting it done for the Dallas Mavericks. He got into double digits for the... And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time score.
When I first got here, my first...
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player destined for the Hall of Fame.
And people do talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. You're right about that. And that's a type any team would like to have. One of the greatest power forwards in the NBA's history.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
I think one key is they've controlled the tempo so far. And I know it's early, but it helps to have this kind of lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Dirk is the 4 with Noel manning the middle. J.J. Barea is out there with Ferrell, and it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rick Carlisle is one of the most respected head coaches in the league, especially for his X's and O's. But Bucks coach Jason Kidd, who played for Carlisle, praised his disposition. He's never up and never down, Kidd said. There's no panic in him. He gives you that sense of security to go out there and make a play. Kevin?
Gotta love Coach Carlisle, D.A., an even-keel guy who places a lot of trust in his players. And Doris, so many great point guards in the league. In fact, a number of stars at that position. You see them every night, but who are some of the floor generals that maybe don't get the headlines? More of the underrated portion.
I think the single most consistently underrated point guard, though certainly not by the contract extension he most recently signed, would be Mike Conley. This guy for the Memphis Grizzlies. Some guys just fit in the systems and the cities and the organizations for whom they play, and I would say Mike Conley, ability to run the team, ability to make the three-point shot, to make the players around him better. He comes to mind. Kemba Walker in Charlotte is a guy who, once they consistently start to make the playoffs as an undersized point guard, I think you could see him start to grow in reputation. And Isaiah Thomas, who launched himself for stretches into the MVP conversation. Interestingly, Kevin, what do all three have in common? A little bit undersized in today's NBA.
And can you believe Conley has never been an All-Star, as good as he is?
Cannot believe that. No, and you've had his teammates make it, Marc Gasol most notably. I know that Marc Gasol would love to see Mike Conley next to him in an All-Star uniform.
Farrell passes to Noel over DJ. And the shot no good, a bit short.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
So they take the lead. Well, one of the new faces on the roster this season is DJ, and for those of you who haven't followed his story, made the team after getting a training camp invitation, but he's fought his way, Greg, into some minutes now.
And to go one step even prior to the training camp invite, he got that invite by impressing in a street ball competition. Now, I know a lot of fans are hoping he can make it in the NBA just due to his long shot story.
Listen, we know DJ is a guy who understands pressure, right? So there's always this sense of calm when he's at the free throw line.
There's a screen by Noel. Back to Curry. Dallas moving it around. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Matthews. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And for the Mavericks, clearly the rebuild, Greg, has begun.
Yeah, but they made good use of their picks. They brought in more youth and signed their building blocks. Franchise isn't used to rebuilding, but they are approaching it, I think, the right way.
Rockets have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
And when you watch this Rockets team, you can see just how explosive they are on the offensive end. Almost everyone on the floor can hurt you from deep, and they all know their role and execute it to a T.
They set the pick. Noel, a screen on Anderson. For 3, Smith. Good on the three-point shot. Smith's got 7 points.
And when you think about his ability now to knock down these outside shots, with all of his force at attacking the rim, he's going to become unguardable.
Anderson dishes to Paul. It's Ariza on the wing. They grab their own miss. Mejri with the steal. Curry against Gordon. That one good for 2. And the Mavericks lead by 3. And last season, the Rockets' offense was incredible. Then they go and add Chris Paul.
They can run a team off the floor if they get hot. 2 great playmakers in Paul and Harden. And making a move for Paul made a lot of teams fear what the Rockets can do now on offense.
There's a screen by Noel. Curry kicks to Noel. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And you know, guys, listen, Noel brings value. The reason he's a menace on the defensive end. And
so it's Dallas, ahead by 9. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. One of the stories here, Harrison Barnes. Houston with a big group substitution here. DJ is checked in for Capella, and Bahamute comes in for Ryan Anderson. PJ Tucker, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Wells is subbed in for James Harden. And then for Dallas, Seth Curry, he's checked in for Barnes. Yogi Ferrell comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Smith. They've got PJ Tucker, DJ out there with Luke and Bahamute. Then there's Wells, and it's Paul in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Wells. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. And so it's Dallas with it. To the middle. Here's Ferrell. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Right. Frustrating for sure, Greg. I don't think they'll be able to mount a comeback at this point.
DJ sets the screen for Paul. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, it really was. They wanted this home win badly, and they went out and took it.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a...
It up for Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olney. This is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
Sham, who do we have next, bro? Because I can do that again and again and again.
That's because you barely played. Real chill out.
Get out of here. Good game, Shammy.
Appreciate you, boo-boo.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
Sir.
Hey, Sham.
What's up, man?
What's that dude's deal, man?
Dude, what you talking about?
The security guard, the dude who
Boo-boo?
stands in the corner.
Oh, man, chill out. Boo-boo the other side of the pillow, cool.
Nah, he not cool with me, bro.
That's
He's
because
always
you're a
tripping.
rookie, man. Look, Boo-boo's super professional. He just hasn't had a chance to fill you out yet, that's all. Matter of fact, come on so I can make that introduction.
You serious?
Yeah, man, come on so I can let him know you one of us.
All right, man, you could try. I don't think it's going to work.
Don't doubt me, bro. This gonna work. Hey, yo, Boo-boo.
Sham.
About time I made a proper introduction, man.
What's up, man?
This here is DJ, my rookie. And DJ, this here is Boo-boo. This is the man. He is a myth, a legend. The angel on your shoulders and the ghost in the machine, baby.
How many times I got to tell you not to bring up ghosts around me,
We still on that ghost thing, Boo-boo?
I've seen them, bro.
You seen them where?
Keep telling you they're real.
Where they at, Boo-boo?
Hey,
I don't see no ghosts.
Sam, there's the one right there. They real, bro.
All right, my bad.
Yeah.
Look, anyway, this is Boo-boo. He the head of the security. He got your back always.
Good to meet you. Hey, nice to meet you too, brother. And just so you know, just playing with you. I've seen you the whole time. I just had to fill you out and make sure you was all right. Right. You seem cool. Thanks, man. No problem. Welcome to the team. Appreciate it. Now, we have a bond that cannot be broken. Unless you're traded. Or you're cut.
Or you disappear somehow.
And in that case, I'd have to use my Liam Neeson special set of skills to come and find you.
Oh, no, not the skills. All right, Boo-boo.
Welcome to the team, DJ Fresh Meat. Thanks, man. Shane.
What's up?
Is he serious about those special skills, bro?
No, he's super serious, man. Boo-boo is super dangerous. Don't get on his bad side, right? No, he's super dangerous, bro. Don't try it.
2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies up against the Houston Rockets. Houston comes into this one after the win against Dallas. A win tonight would make it 3 victories in their first 4 games of the season. That would be a nice little run to start the year. And guys, the Houston Rockets.
What the?
That's awesome.
Hey, only one person would prank me during the pregame and has a key to the supply closet.
Who?
Hey, you seen Zhou?
Yeah.
Zhou! Zhou, get over here, man. Yeah, I know you did it. I'm gonna get you back.
Wait. Who is this?
Man, this is Brandon, a.k.a. Lil Jug, a.k.a. Knucklehead, and let him tell you he the best.
I might even let you check out my mixtape.
This guy.
It's not a bad mixtape.
Look, man, they call me DJ for a reason, all right? I do this. So if your stuff's not hot, we'll let you know.
Oh, it's hot. I rap just as good as I ball, and almost as good as I dance.
What?
Oh, boo-boo, let's get it.
Yeah, all right, boo-boo, don't throw your back out. Listen, man, I'm gonna see you, Brandon. I gotta get rid of you.
All right, man.
Hey, man, and I'm gonna go find somebody to clean out my locker since Jug over here
is needed out on the floor.
I'm gonna get you back, Jug.
Later, man.
At power position at the other forward, Michael. Let's meet Zhou, Houston Rockets.
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And for the Memphis Grizzlies guys, they come in off that loss. With a big group substitution here. DJ is checked in for Capella. Nene comes in for Anderson. PJ Tucker, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Wright's checked in for Gasol. Brooks comes in for Jermichael Green. Ennis, he's checked in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Ben McLemore in for Mike Conley. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Brooks is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then it's Ben McLemore. Then it's Brandon Wright. And it's Ennis in at the 2 spot. Tool. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. There's the call. Memphis gets the foul.
Like how DJ is physical with the defense. I mean, he's not afraid to mix it up and go through contact on his shots.
He's off on the second. And you ask any Houston fan who the greatest player in the history of the franchise is, and they all say Hakeem Olajuwon. Clark, you played against Olajuwon. Just how great a player was he? And what does he mean to this Rockets franchise today?
Well, he was special. A first ballot Hall of Famer, brought the only titles in franchise history to the Rockets, and could do everything you want from a big guy. Graceful, strong, a presence defensively and on the glass, unselfish. They called him Akeem the Dream for good reason. That dude was a dream to play with and a nightmare for opponents.
Brooks outside, trying to find McLemore, gets it to him, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And you think about it, for so long, the Grizzlies were kind of the throwback team. I mean, they had the two bangers in the front court, and they really rejected that whole pace and space movement. But finally, they've come around, retooling their lineups to get more shooting on the floor.
And, Greg, you look at the changes for the Grizzlies, looking for versatility and adaptability in their play.
Yeah, grit and grind, still the identity, but you got to be able to space the floor and cover pick and roll. The era of a post-up-centric basketball team doesn't seem to be in the future.
Ennis dishes to McLemore. Parsons passes to McLemore. Wright with a screen on Paul. Clock at 6. Paul with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. And DJ throws it down.
And DJ is... at being aggressive inside. Doesn't waste any opportunity to punch it on you.
Now here's Ennis, defended by Gordon. 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Ennis with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Now here's McLemore outside. The Grizzlies with another miss. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor. But replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
And so it's Houston in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Back right after this. And the Grizzlies, a team that's dealt with their share of...
we feel like we're a team that's...
Defense really their identity. Just a whole new 5 on the floor. Then for the Grizzlies, Evans comes in for Ennis, and it's Mike Conley in for Brooks. And Clark, just how important to a team is it to have a veteran presence on it? Like, how did the vets on the Pacers help you when you were a rookie or a young player in the league?
You know what? I think it's invaluable, Kevin. I was a 21-year-old rookie. I left after my junior year at Ohio State. And veteran players, Herb Williams, had been there a year or two. Guys like Billy Knight and George Johnson, Butch Carter were around. And having those guys talk about what it takes, and we were a very young team and had young veterans, but still they were invaluable in terms of giving you an example of how to go about your business to be successful as a pro.
Paul and Harden, the star-studded backcourt. Ariza and Anderson holding down the forward spots. And it's DJ in at the 5 roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Ariza against Wright. Ariza kicks to DJ. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Inside, Wright. And it's DJ with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's McLemore, and McLemore slams it in.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Well, that's as easy as it gets, quite honestly. Riding solo and coasting all the way to the rack. No simpler than that.
DJ dishes to Paul. From deep, Harden. Parsons with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
From deep, McLemore. And it's DJ with the rebound. DJ's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Shot from 12. Out to Conley. Wright sets a screen for Conley. Knocked away and taken away by Paul from deep. And so it's Houston holding on to an... And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Wright, he's checked in for Gasol. Brooks comes in for JaMychal Green. James Ennis, he'll check in for Tyreke Evans. And McLemore subbed in for Mike Conley. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Ben McLemore. Chandler Parsons out there with Wright. Then it's Ennis, and it's Brooks in at the 3.
Boy, you take a look at this Houston Rockets offense. They've got so many threats, and Harden is clearly the big one. He's in the middle of it all, and his teammates do a nice job of playing off of him.
Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Wells passes to DJ. Comes up empty down low.
Kevin, I like the defense there. I mean, they didn't make that easy, and he definitely seemed intimidated by the defenders.
And Ba'amute against Parsons. Here's McLemore. He's got 11. Shot off the pick. And Ba'amute pulls it in. 1:04 left to play in the 3rd. Down low. And DJ throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And Wright kicks to Brooks. Wright sets a screen. On deep, McLemore. It's rebounded by Houston. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
19 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Brooks with a screen on Gordon. Wright sets a screen. Up top, McLemore. From the top of the key, he buries it. McLemore's got 5 points now in the quarter. Headshot off. And so it's Shammy Wells making things happen for Houston. All right, we welcome you back to West. Making some changes. DJ is checked in for Capella. Nene comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Wells is subbed in for Eric Gordon. Memphis also making some changes. Marcus All's checked in for Wright. JaMychal Green comes in for Chandler Parsons. And it's Mike Conley in for Brooks. They've got DJ, Luke Mbamute out there with Nene. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Wells in at the 2. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Houston.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Trevor Ariza.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Conley against Paul. From deep, McLemore cans it from downtown.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Well, this one is winding down now. Houston can watch the clock run out. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact. So a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
Love how hard DJ works. I mean, much respect for his skill set and his basketball IQ.
Conley kicks to Gasol. Mbamute pulls it in.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what...
I know the fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Alder, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
One thing you gotta learn is you gotta travel light on road trips. Some guys wanna bring every freaking thing.
Well, it depends on how long we're out, though, right?
2 weeks, 2 days, whatever. I bring one roller suitcase and a backpack max. That's it. I used to have a teammate. He'd always bring a suitcase of his sneakers, his clothes, his gaming console.
Hey, that sounds like an idea, actually.
A bag of books, like hardcover books, not paperbacks, not ebooks. 2 laptops and like 5 cell phones.
What, you balling with Edward Snowden?
Boo-Boo know what I'm talking about. Look, he go out on the road prepared for the world to end. The point is, you don't need all that. A bag, a suitcase, and like 2 cell phones. That's it.
That's it?
And my laptop.
That goes right in your bag.
And my game console.
Ah, here we go.
Oh, like you don't want a game on the road now? You already know you owe me a couple dinners.
Wait, he still owes you those dinners.
I do.
Can you believe that, Boo-Boo?
I can believe it, yeah.
DJ, you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey, yo, what's up? You bring your console?
I got you. I got you.
Nice. All right. Hey, I brought my controller this time, too. Ain't gonna be no funny business.
Hey, you know what they say. Those who can do, and those who can't blame the controller.
Get out of here.
Tell him.
Hey, yo, Freshie, what you gonna get up to now? Rook out the house.
You know I'm going to have my team Fresh Lettuce come through and practice
Now, hold on.
straight days.
You better not wreck my place. Talking about all this fresh lettuce stuff.
I don't think she listening.
Nah,
Fresh
man.
lettuce in the building.
All right, you know what? Let's go. Hey, I'm going to see you on the plane, man.
All right, bro. All right, Freshie.
Peace, Sham.
Hey, we need to talk. You can't just be coming up in my place with all these
over, baby.
fresh
I'm
lettuce
taking
people.
over.
I ain't.
We fit.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the 76ers out in Philadelphia. For Philadelphia, they have to be pleased with the way things have gone for them this season, winning 3 of their first 4 games. They've been a confident-looking team since the end of the preseason. And here we are, start of a new season. So much drama coming out of the gate.
Drama for your mama.
Shaq, for the teams that are underperforming thus far.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Tickets are still available at Sunday, so purchase your tickets today. Visit the ticket counter for available.
Bustling Philadelphia on I-95, a gorgeous night for basketball. Welcome to the city of brotherly love. And before we get going,
good evening.
Thanks, DA, and Philly loves guys that work hard. A great attitude to build your team around for sure. And both these teams very aggressive. Looking at early offense, transition defense, I think would be critical. What do you think?
Up-tempo basketball.
Rockets trail. Ball outside. Out of hand on it. They recover it. That puts them in the lead. Deep. DJ's got his first points of the night. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Fultz. Dishes it to Covington. Stolen by Tucker. 1:46 left in the first. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. And it's the 76ers with the ball. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, you're just not going to win many committing turnovers at the rate they did. That was just outrageous.
Well, and then to compound the problem, they failed to force mistakes with their defense. Just too much turnover differential.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Launches a three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Gordon's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
That lightning quick release. Gordon catching and firing perfectly. You can't guard that.
Fultz kicks to Saric. And here's McConnell. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Gordon. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. Yep, that one goes.
Leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Well, while he's out there making the play, everyone else is watching. Solid individual effort.
Fultz kicks to Saric. Here's Fultz. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
Well, he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it. Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
Here's Paul. 6-point game. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. To the middle, here's Nene. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now here's Fultz. Johnson with a screen on Gordon. There's the screen. Kicks it to Covington. This one for 3. No good. Shot missing. And so it's Houston holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke.
I think I'll forever be associated with.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
And listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and haven't gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been, Kev. I think it's about where he's going and what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
I mean, what's interesting for me, first quarter, they're already getting points from their reserves.
Well, that's what helped fuel this lead. They caught the defense a little bit off guard.
And so in the game for the Rockets, Harden out there with Wells. Then it's DJ. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Mbah-a-Moute in at the power forward position. Tucker with the ball. He's guarded by Booker. Tucker can't get it to go.
I'm sure he thought that was good when they left his fingertips. Matter of fact, I know he did.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Ben Simmons comes in for Saric, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Fultz. And one of those lunch pail players, you love him, Greg, Trevor Booker out of Clemson.
Just hard-nosed, gets on the glass, and although only 6'8", he gets off his feet quickly. A terrific leaper and just one of those ultra-competitive guys.
A shot by McConnell, no good. Rockets leading by 8. Here's DJ. Rebounded by Holmes.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
And Booker kicks to Simmons. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Mbah-a-Moute.
And Ben Simmons, who was the first pick in 2016 out of LSU, probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
Houston making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Mbah-a-Moute. The Rockets with another miss. The 76ers trail by 6. McConnell kicks to Redick. The pass to Simmons. Unable to get that one. Harden with the defensive effort. Greg, the Sixers want to ease him into it, but they see Ben Simmons not just as a point forward, but a point guard as well.
And he's got all the ability. Think about this. The Sixers haven't had a player 6'10 or taller average over 3 assists since Wilt Chamberlain back in 1967. The second they...
And so it's the Houston Rockets up by... Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that... CJ is checked in for Capella. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Fultz and Luwawu team together to make the backcourt. Covington and Simmons, the duo at forward. And it's Embiid in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Ariza against Covington. Here's Harden on the wing. To the paint. Puts it up. And DJ gets it to go on the assist from Harden. DJ's got his second bucket of the night. The 76ers trail by 16. There's a screen. Here's Simmons. It's tipped.
DJ is solid at knowing when to leap up for the block shots. Got to be careful with shooting when he's around. It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy. Trevor Ariza, the veteran out of UCLA, he still gives you a little bit of everything on the wing. He's great in transition. He can hit shots from anywhere, but, you know, he's always been a leader.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Sharge comes in for Simmons, and it's Trevor Booker in for J.J. Redick. Kicks it out to Booker. Feeds to Covington. 76ers moving the ball around. On the wing, Booker. Over Ariza. Another miss by Philadelphia. And with Ariza, you think back to when he was a young player finding his way in this NBA out of UCLA, and Kobe took him under his wing when they played together for the Lakers, and now he is paying it forward. He's helping young players.
Yeah, he has a great work ethic instilled in him from with his time with Kobe. He's always been a leader. He knows how things work in this league, and Ariza, he's showing all the younger players on his team the ins and outs of how to succeed.
Houston leading by 21. 1:53 left in the third quarter, and the basket by Harden.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Covington. Now here's Fultz, defended by Paul. Fultz, no good.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, going up against a big run, trying to mount one of your own. I mean, it's exhausting and takes a tremendous amount of energy here.
And Chris, many thought that after the Rockets let Dwight Howard go, they would have a slight rebuilding phase. Turns out they were just reloading and were a surprise contender last season.
But they did sneak up on some teams with how well they played early on. Front office did a great job retooling the team, great coaching job. And now with Paul in the mix, they're one of the scariest teams, at least on paper, in the league.
Here's Sharch. Passes it to Holmes. Booker in the corner. Back to Holmes. The dish to Fultz. Hits it from three-point range. Fultz has got 5.
And love the mindset of Fultz. If he has daylight to shoot from the perimeter, he shoots with confidence.
There's the feed to Tucker. Outside Gordon. He dishes it to Mba Amute. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
3.
Mba Amute's got himself on the board with 3 there. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. 26 seconds left in the third. Here's Sharch. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from DJ. They get a hand on it. Gordon dishes to DJ. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And Houston again with the bucket.
Oh, and Harden really cashes in from the mid-range. I mean, he makes a living torching defenses from there.
For three, Covington. Off on that one. James Harden getting it done for Houston. Welcome back as we get ready. Some changes here for the 76ers. Embiid, he's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. Saric comes in for Justin Anderson. And it's Ben Simmons in for TJ McConnell. Houston also making some changes. DJ is checked in for Tariq Black. Nene comes in for PJ Tucker. And it's Harden in for Eric Gordon. So on the floor for Houston, Nene is out there with DJ. Then it's Mbamute. Then it's Harden. And it's Wells in at the 2.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Houston.
This is a game where the defense, Steele specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
Even when the entire defense was focused on stopping him, they couldn't slow him down. I mean, a terrific offensive player. That shot wide open.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Wow, this is just a huge road win. These guys banded together. Just an awesome performance.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
The way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it. That's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. See you later.
Yo, I kind of feel like Bill Murray in that one movie. What's it called again?
Caddyshack?
Nah, that's not it.
Rushmore.
Nah, that's not it, Coach.
Ghostbusters.
Y'all not letting me explain, man. It's that movie where he lives the same day over and over again, and it kind of feels like this road trip. Like every day is the same. I just can't.
Like in Ghostbusters.
Oh, Groundhog's Day.
Yes.
Well, why didn't you just say that?
Man, I was trying to think of
You
it.
talking about Rushmore and Ghostbusters?
Who is Bill Murray?
The dude from Space Jam.
Which was a good movie, by the way.
No, that was Billy Crystal.
No, that's Deuce Bigelow.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. Guys, the Charlotte Hornets, an organization on the rise, one of the league
Promo squared away? Charlie.
Yeah, I got him right here.
You know, I want new hashtags. I am not feeling those. Anything else?
Oh, rookie.
DJ! A word.
What's going on?
You excited for the game?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Great, so I have a semi-weird question for you. Well, it kind of depends. Shammy, how many burners you got?
What you talking about?
Shammy's
Hannah?
got 3 phones.
3 you know about. Hey, after all these celebs been getting hacked, it kind of shook me. Now I like to compartmentalize. Got the business phone, agent, team, coach, Miss Shapiro, of course.
Very kind.
And I got my bat phone, which is, you know, the bat phone.
Okay, so DJ, you're on social media a lot, which is great, but now you don't just represent yourself, you represent the team.
You should consider getting a second phone for your agent, manager, official team, social media.
Get that bat phone.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'll think about it, but I got a game to focus on, okay?
Hey, you know that.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. When you look back at your terrific career, who is the one player that you considered your toughest opponent to go up against?
There were a couple of guys. Bernard King from the New York Knicks, because we saw them a handful of times a year, and he was just such a phenomenal scorer and a relentless worker offensively. He just never gave you a break. I didn't get to see the West Coast teams but twice a year. The Denver Nuggets in the early 80s had Kiki Vandeweghe, Alex English, and Dan Issel. And between those 3 guys, they were averaging about 80, 81 points a game. And I usually dealt with English or Vandeweghe. And those were long nights because those guys moved the ball, shot it from everywhere, and were excellent offensive players.
Hornets trail by 9. Outside, Walker. He kicks to Zeller. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists tonight.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
And Tucker kicks to DJ. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And we know that DJ, of course, getting his nickname from his work behind the turntables. Although, Greg, he's rededicated himself to basketball, as he still does have a huge interest in creating his own music.
Yeah, and as much as DJ loves DJing, he's going to have to find a balance between it and making it in the NBA. Hard enough to be successful at one passion, much less two.
It's stolen by Monk. And there's the feed to Walker. Over Paul. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Monk. Walker's got his second basket of the game.
And Monk is a solid passer. I know he's a great shooter, but he passes it pretty well, too, especially when he's locked in and focused.
Paul against Walker. Kicks it out to Gordon. There's the three. Good on the triple. Gordon's got 5.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Rockets ahead. They're up by 10. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league.
Basketball, this is my passion, you know.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
You know, Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean, they play with a bit of edge and nastiness.
The forwards are Kid Gilchrist and Kaminsky. Walker and Monk are the guard tandem. And it's Zeller in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, something special is brewing in Charlotte. Point guard Kemba Walker said, it's a great start. We know how to play with each other, and we love playing with each other. The best thing is how hard we all work. We're going to grow. Kevin?
And that kind of optimism is terrific, David. Thank you. Walker and the Charlotte Crews seem to be a perfect match. Left side, Gordon. Just 4 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in. Gordon's got the lead up to 10 now for the Rockets.
Nice to see Gordon use his touchdown low. I mean, not the biggest guy, but still skilled at scoring close to the bucket.
So an almost entirely new group. So it's Houston feeling good about. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback. Charlotte making some changes. Cody Zeller comes in for Williams, and Michael Kidd Gilchrist subbed in for Nicholas Batum. And a switch here also for Houston. DJ is checked in for Ryan Anderson. So on the floor for Houston, the two pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. DJ out there with Clint Capella, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. DJ dishes to Paul. DJ with it. He's against Zeller, and it's DJ missing. Hornets trail by 21.
And when you look at Kid Gilchrist, and he is certainly known for his ability to defend and attack the rim. He's a terrific athlete, and he uses that athleticism on both sides of the floor, and just the prototype when you look at that hybrid forward position.
Paul passes to Ariza. The Rockets again can't hit.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Walker against Paul. Howard with a screen on Paul. Over in the corner, Zeller. All alone. That shot off.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
DJ kicks to Paul. And it's Ariza in the corner. And some nice passing there by Houston. DJ dishes to Ariza. Out to the right wing. From deep. Another miss by Houston. And you look at the size and game of Kidd-Gilchrist. He is the opposite of what most GMs look for in that 3 spot. But Greg, he makes it work.
Yeah, I mean, most teams want a tall 3 that can stretch the floor.
Rockets leading by 21. Zeller is out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Williams. Then it's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Hornets 5. Kaminsky kicks to Lamb. And here is Williams. Pass to Howard. Kaminsky dishes to Lamb. Over Paul. Second shot opportunity. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Monks checked in for Charlotte. Carter Williams comes in for Zeller. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Rockets.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And in a 2-game season series, you always want to take charge of game 1, and exactly what they're doing here tonight against the Hornets.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Chris Paul.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Here's DJ. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately, the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, going to be rather flat. The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Paul passes to DJ, and DJ throws it down.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
So we see Houston taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner.
You know what? I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harden. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
And this is why Dr. Naismith invented the game of basketball.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what?
Weren't they just throwing balls in peach baskets then?
I love me some peaches. So sweet. They're in season, too. You ain't even got to peel. Good game, y'all.
Yeah, good game, boo-boo.
You a weird dude, boo-boo. Real weird.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Memphis Grizzlies at FedEx Forum. Well, for the Grizzlies, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. We all know just how incredible Chris Paul is. Guy gives you everything you want from a floor general.
Live from Memphis, Tennessee. And here in the early part of the season, Steve, when you played, did you have a favorite part of the regular season?
I did. I think right around All-Star break and afterwards.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Wright's checked in for Gasol. Chandler Parsons comes in for Green. Ennis, he's checked in for Brooks. And McLemore subbed in for Tyreek Evans. So on the floor for Houston, Nene is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Gordon. Then it's DJ. And it's Wells in at the point. Conley with a wide-open look. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Mike Conley's so quick with his shot. He's a threat to score as soon as he touches the ball.
Here's Wells. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Conley. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies for just a minute. He said the big thing is we cannot play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. We'll see if they can turn the tables around and even up this season series, Kevin. Back to you.
And David, thank you. What do you think, guys? Smart to center their game plan around the opposing defense?
Way up there.
And Wells has a lot of confidence in his dunking ability. Always fun to watch him take off and go towards the rim.
And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Memphis has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Now here's Ennis. Outside Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's blocked.
And there's a certain art to blocking shots without fouling. DJ with perfect timing.
Offensive rebound. It's good. This game is all even.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there is nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Now McLemore, outside Conley. And again, Memphis no good.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is,
it's a tie game. And certainly an intriguing matchup tonight. Let's hear.
You're playing against a team that is very.
Ariza might as well be describing his own game. Scrappy, ready to play, ready for anything, ready to claw to get that win.
Yeah, and he has been that kind of all-out guy going all the way back to his days at UCLA. When you combine that with his talent, he's a guy who, no matter where he's been, his teammates rave about him.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
You know, sometimes gambling gets you in trouble, but in that first quarter, it was just the opposite.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. We've got Mbamute. Wells is out there with Gordon. Then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's DJ in at the 5 down low. Houston in the lead.
In the Memphis Grizzlies last season, second to last in scoring. Nothing new for this team. Since their Big Four came together in 2010, no team in the league has won more games while scoring just 90 points or less than Memphis.
Another miss by Conley.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the three. So far, not paying dividends.
Here's Ennis. Dishes it to Conley. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Some changes for Memphis. Marc Gasol's checked in for Wright. Brooks comes in for Michael Conley. And it's Evans in for Ben McLemore. The Rockets also changing it up. Anderson, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. James Harden comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Paul in for Wells. Harden against Evans. Paul kicks to DJ. Gasol with the steal. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. And it's Evans missing.
That was very tight defense. He tried to force the layup anyway. I think that was a questionable decision.
There's the screen. And Mbamute dishes to DJ. Back to Mbamute. The wing jumper off target. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. It's Brooks on the wing. He's guarded by Mbamute. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And Memphis making a change here. Green's. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard. Checked in for Brooks. And a switch here also for Houston. DJ's checked in. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Evans the 2 with Parsons at the 3. In the post, it's Green and Gasol together. And it's Conley in at the point guard. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. All sorts of time. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons. And the Grizzlies lead by 3. Houston's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here.
Marc Gasol, beloved in Memphis. In a way, I think he's a hometown kid. Went to high school in Memphis when his older brother Powell played with the Grizzlies.
6 on the shot clock. It's Ariza on the wing. The offensive rebound, Toole. Over in the corner, Paul. A second chance effort. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Putting the defender in the popcorn machine. DJ with a nice
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Marc Gasol didn't get a lot of attention playing in high school despite his last name and his 7-foot frame. And Steve, I know you like his nickname in high school, the Big Burrito.
I guess he had a big healthy appetite. The Big Burrito is cute, but guess what? As of today, he has lost all that weight. He is laughing at guys calling him the Big Burrito.
McLemore, no good.
A high percentage look from the mid-range. Might have been surprised that he was so wide open.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. At the elbow, it's Parsons. Stolen by Harden. Pushing it up for the tie. He takes it up and lays it in. Harden's got it all tied up now for Houston.
Yeah, well, I mean, once he gets the ball, it's just off to the races.
And you have to like the punctuation at the end of it. Great individual play.
Pass to Ennis. Parsons on the wing. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Wright with a screen on Hart. 4 on the shot clock. McLemore, no good. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. DJ passes to Harden, and they take the lead. Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Here's the screen. Back to Evans. Wright sets a screen for Evans. He kicks it to Wright. Now here's McLemore. He's guarded closely. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Rockets have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Gordon kicks to DJ. Makes it off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Houston lead.
I mean, efficient offense. DJ gets the high percentage look, and that's usually going to result in 2.
Evans against Mbahumute. And another miss by Memphis. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the inside, Toole. And DJ throws it down.
That's how you finish a play, and that's how you fire up your teammates. DJ in the house.
And quarter's almost over. You don't want to give the ball back here.
Gotta be smart about it. Even if you miss, you want to leave no time on the clock.
McLemore dishes to Ennis. Wright sets a screen. And they get it. Evans can't get that one to fall. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Thanks for joining us again as we... So a close game sees Memphis take this one. That was a fabulous finish. They continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And did all right out there tonight, bro.
Did more than just all right.
Man, I got to thank myself for that one.
Okay. That is what I'm talking about. Good game out there. That's exactly what we've been talking about, right? Like, everybody loves the FGAs. The shots are sexy, but you can affect the game with your energy and your effort. Just like we've been talking about. You don't get the ball enough, don't whine about it. You got to get up there and you got to get the ball off the glass. That type of work right there will get you more minutes.
Let's go.
Hey, don't fall for that, though.
What?
I mean, you got to get your shots up, too. Rain, sleet, or snow, dogs got to eat. If you feel like you're not getting your shots, you better pull your phone out and be like, hello, where my shots at?
Well, excuse me, but I have a very well-rounded game.
Yeah,
Thank
whatever.
you very
All
much.
I'm saying is, when's the last time you seen a dude get a max contract for rebounds?
Garnett.
Yeah, to go along with that 22 a game and that mean stare he had. Whatever, that was 1997. What were you, like, -1 years old?
Yeah, about that.
Look, all I'm saying is assists and rebounds are cute and all, but a grown boy's got to get his shots up.
Oh, so when you gonna get yours up?
Oh, okay, Rook got jokes.
Ooh, got him.